All right, so Henry, who are your main influencers?
Boy, do I have a hard act to follow. I'll tell you who they are. Again, every writer, everybody thinking about writing, all got inspiration. So besides the people that I've met through writing community, hashtag, which is on Instagram and all the platforms, is I actually come from a matriarchal family. So the stories I told my son is totally dedicated to the three women that are my complete and absolute inspiration. My mother, Arnetta, besides being a designer, a Holocaust survivor, she's an author, of course. So she published an extraordinary book that's been selling out on Amazon. You need to look it up. And that's called The Right Time to Speak by Henry Weinreich. And she actually taught my father and I the ropes, if you like, about authoring and publishing and all that sort of stuff. The second one is my sister Lillian Weinreich Ezekovich. If that's not a double-barreled name, there never will be. And she is a really celebrated architect in New York City. I'll spill a little bit of the tea, if you don't mind. Lillian has just got a contract with a member of the royal family. She is actually, it's out of control. It's out of control. She's curtsying in front of my mother. My mother loves it. She's visiting at the moment. and we can't say because she's written, she's got a non-disclosure agreement.
For sure.
But if that's not inspiration, and that's determination, because Lillian went back to university to study architecture after getting a fine arts degree and getting honors, and of course, and then on top of it, when she came to America, she had to resit the exams, and here was the clanger. We had just converted in Australia from metric to imperial, so she knew all the stuff in metric, and that's a whole different measurement system. She had to come to America and learn the whole thing again. So she's doing extraordinarily well. My partner in business, Michelle Roth, is a couture designer. She's celebrated in New York City. Brides from all around the world wear her gowns. She's been featured and is featured on Say Yes to the Dress. So my engine is matriarchal. And if I put one step out of action, even at my age, I'm basically chastised. But I find that everything we do in life, we have mentors, we have influences, we have inspirations, and we need to thank them and acknowledge them. Because all too often we forget the people that helped us. And as we get successful, which is something you do, Jackie, you always acknowledge your foundations, and that's critical.
Mm-hmm. I love the family acknowledgement. I have to tell you, that's so special.
Thank you.
So special. It's always nice to see when a family bond really helps you grow, for sure. I love that. Just wanted to touch upon that. So wait, Henry, just a personal question, but in the family lineup, are you the middle? Are you the youngest? Are you the oldest?
Okay, I've been trained to answer this question because I've had many interviews in my life. And I'll just say I'm a spoilt brother.
I love it.
Because, women are always 18 years old. I like the women in my family would just, when they listen to this interview, they'll be like, yes. No, but the truth is I'm a spoilt brother. I've always been the spoilt brother and son. And I like that position in my family. It works. For my father and my mother, my sisters, yeah.
So in terms of how people can follow you, stay in touch, what would be your recommendations to do that and how they can get in touch?
I think the easiest thing is if you just want to try and introduce yourself on LinkedIn, and I'm very easy. It's Henry Weinreich, Weinreich. Or you might want to pop onto my Instagram, which my father and I run, which is the stories I told my son. DM me if you've got any questions about becoming an author. Following this interview, I would be more than honoured to answer your questions.